Hello and welcome to True North EV. I am your host James. Today's going to be a little bit of a different deal than I normally would do. It's more of a rant, I guess. I haven't done an episode in a while as per I've been dealing with Hyundai. And the battery issues, that's not a battery issue with mine. So yeah, if you're more into the upbeat, uplifting episodes, you might want to skip this one. But yeah. So, back in mid-April, I got the little notice saying that I need to reduce my charge, maximum charge that I could put for the battery to 80%. Normally, not a big deal, hasn't really been a big deal. Was told that I'd probably have a battery replacement by end of June, and they would give me a $250 Visa gift card as a token of appreciation, I guess, for the inconvenience of having to drop down the charge there. So I said, okay, that's fine. Normally we don't do any long distance traveling until late July, beginning of August, mid-August type deal. So not a big issue. Come end of June, I still haven't heard anything from the dealership. I haven't heard anything from Hyundai about the gift card, when the battery's gonna come. Made multiple phone calls to both Hyundai Canada and the dealership, and both just kind of blame each other. But yeah, so with that, I finally talked to, after multiple phone calls, I finally talked to someone at Hyundai Auto Canada that tells me I'm looking at August or September to even get an email for this Visa gift card, but they still couldn't tell me when a battery would come. When they did, in another recall, they actually checked my battery, said it was completely fine, didn't have any issues. But they're still going through with this full recall of all the batteries getting replaced. So with that, I asked them if I can at least put it up to 100% for when I go to Alberta. Because the battery's fine, so can I do 100% for just that? They couldn't answer me then. They then sent me an email, I want to say like, what was it, three days later or so, saying, no, we recommend you just do 80%. So, I guess I can't go out to Alberta, or it's going to take me even longer, because I need that little extra for my last chunk of the trip. So there's the inconvenience there, and they don't seem to care that they're inconveniencing. I picked the Kona for the range, where now I don't even get the range I paid for. It wouldn't be so bad if I just did Highway 1 traveling, but it's still an inconvenience that I didn't foresee, I guess. I go with, if I bought a gas vehicle, this is like saying I can only fill up 3/4 of a tank. And so you wouldn't do that with a gas vehicle. So why is it okay to do that with an electric? But it's a lack of information, lack of any sort of communication that Hyundai wants to have with any of their customers that seem to be affected by this. I hear about other people in California and other states that are doing buybacks with the Kona, and I don't blame them. I was kind of thinking the Ioniq as my next vehicle, but with the way that the communication is going with Hyundai right now, I'd be super nervous to do that. Don't get me wrong, I actually really love my Kona. It's a great vehicle. I have no issues with it. I don't have any issues with the battery or anything like that. It is strictly the company that I have an issue with. So, as far as getting like a used Kona or whatever, if you're in the market for that, I say go for it. It will be great. So, yeah, it's a little bit of a downer, but it's something. I get why they're doing it, but I don't at the same time. I feel that they should be having better communication, at least telling when the batteries start arriving in North America, start a possible timetable for when you'd be getting a replacement, especially when you hear about people that have bought these, because, like the Kona, for the range because they have long travels, right? Like to and from work. My coworker drives 150 kilometers a day for his travels. So, and some people I know actually travel more than that a day to get to and from work. In the winter time, you're going to have a drop in that. So, it starts getting really dicey, which then you're going to start pushing people to go back to the gas vehicles because you've kind of... There's that whole range anxiety with electric vehicles. I personally have never had it. I've pushed the limit. But when you are talking to people that are wanting to transition over to electrics, they talk about this range anxiety. Where if you're a new person and you just bought the Kona and now all of a sudden you're being told, well, you can't use all of the battery that you thought you had, then it actually kind of stokes that fire of the range anxiety. And this isn't just a Kona thing. I know the Chevy Bolt is sort of having, I guess, similar issues, but not really, because I think they are just doing a small drop for range type deal. Like, I want to say, I believe I heard that they're stuck charging to 95% maximum, so it's not as bad, but it's still the same thing. I don't know how well GM is communicating with their owners about any sort of battery replacements or any sort of fixes to the problem, right? So you're going to want to, I guess, take that into account if you're looking at purchasing or whatnot. And yeah, the dealership is saying that they're not being told by Hyundai. And Hyundai is forcing you to go to the dealership you bought your vehicle from in order to do the battery replacements. So if you're forcing us also to go to said dealership, then I feel that you should at least provide better communication to said dealership. So yeah, a little bit of a downer episode, but now to go back to more positive and uplifting deals. I actually have done my first sorta longer distance drive of the year out to Brandon, Manitoba from Winnipeg So what, just around 200 kilometers or so. But using the EVOBD2 that I have, this is the first long distance road trip that I get to use this on. And it actually works fantastic, especially for that range anxiety side of it. I right away can see what battery percentage is. I can right away see how any sort of wind shifting or whatever is affecting my range. So it's definitely adding to that comfort level. So I really can't express how great it is, how comforting it is, especially if you are new to the electric vehicle ownership or leasing or whatnot. It does provide that extra level of comfort, because on the Kona I get the range and then just like a little electric charge gauge. I want to say fuel gauge, but just like all the little bars, right? It doesn't actually say a percentage as to how much you have left, where it looks like I'm just about into the red, but I look on the EVOBD2 and it's saying that I still have 15% range left. So I can then right away make that judgment call of, no, I'll be fine, keep going type deal, or, well, the next charger is quite a ways away, so I'll charge up here. So, we have been having hotter weather recently, so having air conditioning running also affects the range. Not as much as heat, but you're still getting a little bit of a range loss. Biggest range gain especially for highway driving, is especially with the smart cruise control. I just tuck behind a semi or bigger truck or SUV type deal, and I can just kind of draft, right? You set it back. I think these are car lengths, but there's multiple. I don't know if it's car lengths or seconds or how they work it, but you could set it back. There's 4 different settings, so kind of close, a little farther, and quite a ways away. So I usually set it 1 or 2 lengths away, kind of depending on what the weather, road conditions are like. And yeah, I can right away see my efficiency going up, and I get a lot more range that way. I know I've talked about that in my episode last year with my trip out to Alberta last year. And if anybody has heard that episode, they know very well that I need that 100%. Because even at 100%, I still had to do some drafting and whatnot. But yeah, but EVOBD2 is fantastic, and I actually wish the dealerships would sell it with the vehicle. Just that peace of mind it gives. I'm not sure if the Chevy Bolts have a percentage they give. But yeah, that percentage with the... I noticed as I was coming back to Brandon today, I was doing about 144 watts per kilometer. So pretty good. And that's with... I have it the air conditioner on, but driver only. So, pretty good efficiency still with that. But, yeah, I think that it's going to be a short episode. I'm getting back into this. I'm hoping to do more frequent episodes. Get back into the game. Try to get more positive. I don't like to do these negative episodes, and that's why I held off doing one for so long, is because I don't want to be negative. I want it to be positive. I want it to be uplifting, and kind of rooting for the cause of electric vehicles. But so I'm gonna kind of end it here as a short episode. But I do recommend you guys go check out Kilowatt Podcast. They're going pretty much every week. They're got an episode out. EV Resources. They have the EV Resource magazine that they put out once a month. You could go check out, or not check out. You can send me a message via Anchor, or you could email me, as I know a couple of people have emailed me recently, and I hope I was able to help you guys out. I still will be checking out with utility mode. I still need to test that out for the one email. But yeah, if you guys want to email me at truenorthev@gmail.com or truenorthevpodcast@gmail.com, or you could go check me out on Facebook at truenorthev, or Twitter is EV_North. There is YouTube, True North EV, but there is only a few episodes on there, or I don't even have the podcast up there. It's kind of just extra random videos. We'll see if there's any car shows or electric car shows that we could do this year. We'll see how that goes, and we'll put up those videos. I know, what is it, EV World EV Day or something like that, and September is coming up. We'll see if here in Manitoba we're able to do that. Yeah, if we are, I'll put videos up on that. But it's kind of an extra, the YouTube side of it. But yeah, thanks for checking me out. Thanks for hanging in there with me, and hopefully we get back on track with this. You guys have yourself a great week. Bye.